Hello and welcome back to the Infinite Potential podcast. I'm your host, Isobel Tait, and today we are diving into a powerful mental performance technique, visualization. We'll explore what it is, why it works, and how you can use it to enhance your performance, whether you're an athlete or a professional. So let's start with a simple question. What is visualization? At its core, visualization is the practice of creating vivid mental images of what you want to achieve. It's like watching a movie in your mind, but you're the director, the actor, and the audience, quite frankly, all in one. So I know what some of you might be thinking. Isn't this just daydreaming? And yeah, it is as well, which is, can I say, a lost art, but it's more than that. Effective visualization is a structured, purposeful practice. It's not about wishful thinking or manifesting your dreams into reality. Instead, it's a practical tool that can help you prepare for challenges, improve your skills, and boost your confidence. So, why does visualization work? The science behind it is really fascinating. When you visualize an action, your brain activates many of the same neural pathways as when you're physically performing the action. So that means that visualization can actually help strengthen the mind-body connection and improve your physical performance, because the brain truly in that instance doesn't know whether you really did it or whether you visualized it. So let me give you an example. A study of basketball players found that those who visualized making free throws improved their accuracy almost as much as those who practiced physically. Isn't that incredible? And can I say, when you're visualizing it, you never miss. Whereas when you're practicing it in reality, you might occasionally. And your brain, like I said, doesn't always distinguish between what's real and what's vividly imagined. So let's talk about how you can use visualization to enhance your performance. I'm going to share 5 key techniques that I use with my clients. So create a vivid mental image. The more detailed your visualization, the more effective it will be. Use all of your senses. This is really important. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you feel? What are you smelling around you? Can you feel the wind on your skin, the clothes that you're wearing, the sun on your skin? Can you hear other people? If you're running, can you hear your feet on the ground or on the court, whatever it is? The more real it feels, the more impact it will have. Visualize from both internal, number 2, visualize from both internal and external perspectives. So the internal perspective is seeing through your eyes, as if you're really there and you're seeing everything that's going on, feeling the movements in your body. The external perspective is like watching yourself on a video. So you're like watching it like the movie. Both are valuable and can be used for different purposes. 3, incorporate emotions. Don't just visualize the actions, actually feel the emotions that you want to feel on the day. If you're visualizing a successful presentation, imagine feeling confident, energized, and in control. If you're visualizing an athletic sport, visualize feeling, once again, confident, energized, and in control. 4, practice regularly. Like any skill, visualization improves with practice. And also you can add details and do, have little different things going on each time. Set aside time each day for your visualization practice. Evening, sort of like before bed, is good, because when you're doing it just before sleep, that's when your brain is really receptive. Same with first thing in the morning when you wake up. Number 5, use visualization for problem solving. Don't just visualize success. Visualize potential obstacles and how you'll overcome them. This mental rehearsal can help you feel more prepared and confident. And also, when those obstacles, or if those obstacles do come up, you'll be like, oh, I know what I'm going to do. And your brain kind of goes, oh, we've been there, done that. So let me share a real life example of how I've used these techniques. A number of years ago, I was preparing to represent Australia at the World Long Distance Mountain Running Championships. That's a real mouthful, isn't it? It was going to be my most challenging race yet, not just physically, but mentally, because I'm representing Australia. Every day for weeks before the race, and it was in Switzerland, so I wasn't going to know the course. So I went on to, Google and found the course and watched it on that, like mapped it out and looked at all the mountains and that. So then I was able to close my eyes, and visualize myself on the course. So if you've never been on a course, that's what you need to do, okay? I imagine the feel of the trail under my feet, the weight of my pack on my back, the sound of my breathing. I visualize myself pushing through fatigue, navigating the tricky terrain because it finished with a decent climb, and most importantly, crossing that finish line. But I didn't just visualize the good parts. I also imagined potential challenges. What if it rained? It didn't, thank goodness. What if I got a blister? I didn't, thank goodness. What if I hit the dreaded wall? There was a steep section, like I said, at the end where I'd seen before in races, it had gotten really cold. I visualized what I would do if it got really cold. I visualized myself calmly and confidently handling each of these scenarios and what I would do, the what if. When race day came, I felt like I'd already run the course. The terrain felt familiar, and when challenges arose, which not that many did, because I was so prepared for what if, I'd kind of eliminated the possibility for them happening. But any challenges that did come up, because some still did, it was still tough, I knew how to handle them. I ended up finishing in the top 10 of women in the world. All right, number 10, but still top 10. And that was amazing for me to for the whole world. I was absolutely stoked. Right, so let's talk about how professionals can use visualization. It's not just for athletes. If you have a big presentation coming up, visualize yourself delivering it confidently. A lot of people have a fear of talking in front of others. See yourself engaging with your audience, answering questions with ease, and receiving positive feedback. If you're in sales, visualize successful negotiations. If you're a manager, visualize having productive conversations with your team. The applications for visualization are endless. If you're a student, doing your exam and those sorts of things, it's honestly endless, the possibilities for visualization. But before we wrap up, I want to address a common concern. Some people worry that they're not good at visualizing. If that's you, don't worry. It's a skill that improves with practice. And it's actually quite fun, can I just say? It's really enjoyable creating these wonderful scenarios in your life, and you feel so good about it at the end. Like, it really increases the feelings of positivity within yourself. So start small if you feel like you're not good at visualizing. Maybe begin by visualizing a simple task like making your morning coffee. So using things that you're familiar with and that you see around you all the time. As you get more comfortable, you can move on to more complex scenarios, or you can change things within. You can even imagine, oh, what happens if I spill my coffee, and then visualize yourself, fixing up that issue. And remember, the goal isn't to create a perfect mental movie. And when I visualized the race, because it went for a while, I didn't visualize the full hours and hours. You skip parts, and because you can't, like, that would be really hard to visualize a full race or a full game or a full presentation, whatever it is. You've got to kind of make it an edited version as well. And the goal isn't to create this perfect mental movie with no flaws. It's to engage your mind in a way that prepares you for real world performance. So, to sum up, visualization is a very powerful tool that can enhance your performance by 1, strengthening the mind-body connection, 2, improving your confidence and making you just feel darn good, 3, helping you prepare for challenges, and 4, enhancing your problem-solving skills. I encourage you to start incorporating visualization into your daily routine. Start with just 5 minutes a day. Honestly, it's not a hugely time-consuming thing. Visualize an upcoming challenge or a goal you're working towards. Use all your senses. Remember, that's really, really important. Incorporate all your emotions. That's super important. You really want to feel it, and practice regularly. Like anything, it requires regular practice. And please drop a comment in the social media or on Spotify. I think you can. I'm not so sure about the other ones. How you go with this? DM me. I'm on socials everywhere. Isobel Tait, Infinite Potential. You can even DM me at Peak Endurance Coaching. So that's all for today's episode, which is our first full episode, not just the introduction. I hope you find this exploration of visualization techniques. Well, gets hard to say visualization, can I just say? I hope you find that helpful. If you have any questions or want to share, like I said, your experience with visualizations, please do reach out. Go on to, like I said, social media. I'll put the links in the podcast notes. How's that sound? That's probably easier. And my website, Infinite Potential Coaching. .com.au. Once again, I'll whack that in the notes. And in our next episode, coming up, episode number 3, we'll be discussing how to overcome performance anxiety, which is a big thing for a lot of athletes. And to be honest, when I was a mountain biker, part of the reason I gave up mountain biking was I couldn't handle the performance anxiety. And that's why I decided to do a lot of work in this area, because I want to help athletes not be in that kind of position, because I love mountain biking. Until then, remember, your mind is a powerful tool. Use it wisely. This is Isobel Tait signing off. Thanks for listening to the Infinite Potential podcast. Catch you on episode 3.